Hi, everybody. It's Amy and Jim, and welcome to Make It Monday. I'm Amy from Amy Bachman Sew and Quilt and Amy Sews, and there's Mr. Jim,
From Amy Sews.
Amy Sews, and the
Yeah.
Original Sewing and
Yeah.
Quilt Expo. So
Yeah.
you can find Jim there also. All right, Jim, what are we doing today?
I thought we'd cover a little needling issue.
Needling issue. Okay.
And that's usually meeting whenever we're working, let's say with our serger, we quite often, if we're, let's say, going from a 3-thread to 2-thread or 3 to 4, vice versa, we may not always take our needle out and properly store it, as well as tighten up the screws.
Screws. Lost screws are a biggie.
That's a big issue.
I keep a couple on hand because once they fall, you will never find them again.
Yeah.
Ever.
They go into the serger abyss.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to pop over to the
All
serger.
right, you do that.
Okay. And when you're changing your needles, some brands have become very sophisticated in a way, and they now have like a needle inserter where you would go ahead and place your needle in like this so that it'll easily hold it for you when you put your needle in. Likewise, if you're taking it out, you can slip it on the needle shaft itself, loosen the screw until it drops into it, and then you can safely take it and put it away and store it in your serger or wherever. If your serger doesn't come with that, I would say contact your dealer or about getting one. In a pinch, I'm not going to say to do this, but if you needed to, I found out sometimes that my little eraser comes in handy on my pencil there, because I could take it, stick it into the eraser, and I can use that to help insert it. So if holding needles in position or if it's a bit of an issue, that could help. And as a safety net, what I quite often do is I'll take a magnet like this refrigerator magnet.
What a beautiful Amy Sews magnet.
Thank you. Wouldn't you like? You know what? If you want, maybe on the comment section, go say, how can I get one of those? And we'll take care of you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What you could do is actually, let's say, open up your serger, and then you can easily set it right underneath where you're going to be. So that way, if your needle drops, it'll fall right onto the magnet. And that way it won't fall into the serger area. And the other thing too is your screws. You want to make sure that even though you're not using, let's say, my 4th needle, you want to snug up that screw so it doesn't vibrate loose. And these screws are tiny. And I will have to share, I've heard some ladies say that they quite often go to their local mom and pop type of hardware store, or even some of the big box ones, and they'll go buy these screws in bulk and use them as opposed to going to your local dealer. I would stress you want to go and shop and support your local dealer. Even though those screws look the same, they may fit my screwdriver just the same way. However, not all screws are built the same. The threads can be off a little different. They can be made specifically for that mounting that's in your serger. So if you should put a screw in that has a different type of thread and you force it in, you're now remanufacturing that part of your serger to fit that screw.
Right.
So if you have to go back and replace it again and it doesn't fit, that means this whole area has to be replaced.
Right. Some are steel, some are brass, some are aluminum. And when you start mixing metals like that, and then that is a whole needle bar replacement. That is not fixing a screw. That is a whole needle bar assembly. And that's not covered under warranty, I have to tell you.
No, that could be like used. Yeah, because some of them could be
trouble.
metric or whatever.
Yeah,
so it could be reversed. So
that's dangerous. And they're only a couple bucks. So we're not talking a ton here. But
I'd rather support my local dealer and shop there.
When you spend $8,000 for this top line Bernina, $7,000, whatever it is, that's nuts to go to the hardware store and put a 50-cent screw in there when you don't know what metal is going against it. So, and
I will point out, I was playing with it, and it doesn't seem to want to be attracted to my magnet, but if you have a little stronger magnet, it will catch on right to it. Yeah. So this way, I would always kind of keep a magnet nearby. So if I do drop it, it'll catch it, but you only do that once, hopefully.
Right.
But with a little care, or what I was playing with also was, if you happen to be a machine embroidery person, you could take a scrap of peel and stick stabilizer, and you could even set that underneath the area so that way it'll drop and stick right to it. And that way it'll less likely chance of falling into your serger.
Even when you change your needles, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because if your needle falls down in, especially your serger, right? Sometimes with your sewing machine, you can grab the tip of it and pull it out. When it falls down in your serger, now we're concerned. So just gently turn the hand wheel, make sure nothing's bound up. And on your sewing machine, when a needle breaks, there's a little magnet right there that pulls it down, right? So, but a whole needle, it's important to make sure the machine runs smoothly, that you're not grinding it around in there. So they have to come out.
A little bit of precaution saves a repair shop visit.
Exactly. A little bit of extra. So we've got a, so Etta says, I want a magnet. I think, Etta, you're going to be on the cruise with me. I'll make sure I bring some. And then Gaia says, welcome from Virginia. I hope you don't mind we join. You're welcome to join.
Yeah. Tell a friend.
Yeah. Tell a friend. Push the video, sprinkle the video out into the universe for me. I'd appreciate it. Jim would appreciate it. So hi, Franny. Hi, Bonnie. All right. So for the locals, we have our knit workshop coming up in September.
It's filling fast.
With Amanda Carnita. She's so talented. She's a knitwear designer, pattern maker. She's bringing lovely fabrics. So we are absolutely going to be making, well, the goal is to make 3 pieces. Whether you get 3 pieces done, we'll get it. So Jim and I'll be in the classroom with Amanda that September 12th, 13th, and 14th here at the store. So, and we're including your fabric, bring your serger. It's a great way to learn your serger. Okay. Woo. We good?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a great day, because the more you know,
the more you sew.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.